All right, once again, I welcome you to Let's Talk TV, your one and only YouTube platform with more updated news and information as it is hot. We don't get tired of giving you information because that is why we are here. This is our own contribution for the Biafran struggle. So all the whole legit information, all the broadcasts and all the whole issues ravaging the Biafran territory, will keep on giving it to you back to back as it is hot. Thank you once again for joining us today on this wonderful YouTube platform. And do not forget to subscribe to this channel if you've not yet subscribed. Also, if you're watching this broadcast, please make sure you share this particular video. Share it to as many groups, to as many platforms as possible. Now, straight to the issue, on ground, because there are a lot of them. The last video you watched by the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá, where he was talking about the ECOWAS. Now, this particular remaining part of the video is showing, a lot of expositions on the particular issue of terrorism in Biafran land. Now, before I play the video, there is an ongoing, news from the headquarters of the Nigerian army, where they said that they neutralized the indigenous people of Biafra Eastern Security Network and Biafran Liberation Army. That they went to their camp and they caught them and they neutralized them and blah 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 and blah. Now I want to confirm to you that the Biafran Liberation Army, is fully active and all right. That story is a total babash. That story that you are seeing on social media currently, that the Nigerian army neutralized the Biafran Liberation Army in Anambra State, is a total lie. Do not forget how these people fabricate issues. I still don't understand why they keep on fabricating issues just to make a point that they are truly fighting the Biafran Liberation Army. But your problem is not the Biafran Liberation Army. Let's even face the reality. In as much as they've been collecting woto, in also. But that is not their problem. Go to the northern part of the country and see how terrorists, for example, bandits abducted over 256 students. I think in Benue State. Currently now, these are bandits who are making money, from abducting innocent students. The Nigerian army are not focused in making sure that they bring these people to justice. They are focused in Biafran land. Every day you see them bringing up propaganda, bringing up lies on social media. And even Sahara Reporters will be publishing it, because this news, I saw it on Sahara Reporters. Don't worry, I'm going to give you the news later this evening. Just stay tuned on Let's Talk TV. I'll give you the news. And I will tell you what Sahara Reporters have been doing against the Biafran struggle. The same person who has been screaming, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He claims to be a freedom fighter, the owner of Sahara Reporters, but yet that guy is a big sabo, because he has been the one propagating and pushing, the news of the Nigerian army against the Biafran struggle. So I just wanted to alert that, to our people, so that people will not start panicking. That is a total babash. Enjoy this particular video from the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá, and make sure you share this video to as many groups and platforms as possible.
ECOWAS, you find out, as little as the Fulanis are, they dominate this ECOWAS. Still the same thing with terrorism. They dominate ECOWAS with terrorism, they intimidate the people, and they take over the ECOWAS. So I want you to understand in Liberia, for example, it is a little bit different because Liberia has more of a Christian probably than the Muslim. Now we go to Nigeria. If you go to Nigeria here, you will see that in Nigeria, for example, you have, they don't have the religious part of this Nigeria. They remove it, as just as a purpose to mislead people and deceive people. That is exactly what happened here. So the Nigeria own is that, we all know the game they are playing because the thing is not public. If you go here, if you come here before, you will notice that they were saying that Muslims are more in number, and when we begin to talk about it, they begin to edit it. So they have removed the issue of the religion, but they know what they are doing. So, and I want you all to understand that everything I'm saying here is something you can go and check yourself. But this is not actually the reason I'm here. The reason I'm here is coming. I want you to just take a look at the countries that make up the ECOWAS. There are 15 in number. 15 countries in number. And then another thing that will also shock you is that Nigeria is where the ECOWAS office is located. The ECOWAS office is located in Abuja, Nigeria. Are you aware of that? Are you aware that the ECOWAS office is located at Abuja, Nigeria, and that's where the office is located? Now, let us go to the next country. The next country is Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is also, part of the ECOWAS, and you can go and check with your phone, what is the percentage of Muslim and Christian. And then we go back to West Africa, France. So this whole thing could be Benin Republic, all of them, they are all here. Now, and I think if you go, these are the few countries anyway. Niger State, if you go to Niger State, you see that Niger State is also Muslim, majority of them Muslim. As you can see, when you look here, you see majority, see religion. You see, for example, country like Niger State has 93% Islam, and that is where the Nigeria Fulani Caliphate are now piling our money. They are piling our money from Biafra land into to develop this Niger State, and Niger State has 99.3% Islam. Are you people following me? You can now understand the reason why Niger Republic, you can understand why Niger Republic is now the most beneficial of the scam of Nigeria. The money is going there. And nobody, not your politician, not your P2B, not your Atiku, not your Tinubu has ever raised a concern about why the money is going to Niger State, why they are pumping billions to Niger State, and not even your school in Nigeria is going, your universities in Nigeria are on strike because of lack of payment. So if you check, you see that Niger State is 93.3% Muslim. Now, let us go to Burkina Faso. If you go to Burkina Faso is part of this ECOWAS. If you go to Burkina Faso, you go to religion. You see that 60%, over 60% of Burkina Faso are Islam, according to them and this record. So I want you to now understand, the reason why ECOWAS will be supporting, the Nigeria giving money to terrorists, because it is their plan. The original plan is that. When you go to Ghana, you find out that Ghana have 71.3% Christianity. So when you have 71.3% Christianity in Ghana, that is why Ghana is doing well today. That is why Ghana, at least, they are doing better and better and better all the time. That is why Ghana is using dollar. That is why Ghana economy is booming, because 71% of Ghanaians are Christians. And as you have 71%, you see that most of the offices are being occupied by those who want innovation and civilization in Ghana. That is the result. Now, if you go to Ivory Coast, you go to religion, you see that 44% of people from Ivory Coast are Christians, while 37 are Muslims. And if you go there, you find out that in Ivory Coast, even some people are doing better in Ivory Coast, because at least they are still, the Christians are still bigger in number in Ivory Coast. And even though they still control, the Fulani still control some of the, the offices in Ivory Coast. Okay, let us go to Nigeria again to see what we are going to say whether there is anything religious here. If you go to Nigeria, you find out there is no religion here. And it is a takia that they do. If you go, you see there is no religion from this side. There is no religion. The only thing you see is population and the area, independent legislature, government, regional language, national language, ethnic group. They remove it for, just to deceive you. And then if you come to the ethnic group, you see Hausa. You see Hausa have 25% here. Here is Hausa, 25%. Here is Yoruba, 21%. Here is Igbo. Igbo have 18% according to them. But I want you to understand one thing. If you go to this particular place, you will see in Igbo's picture, they put family. They put family of Igbo. The people who edited this thing could not even use a Biafra flag to, represent every other tribe from Ibibio, Tiv, Ijo, and others. They could not use Biafra flag. But when you go to Oduduwa use their flag. You see, Oduduwa use their flag. So somebody who probably edited this as an Igbo man, or have to put their own picture. Have to put the picture of who is looking good, who represents Igbo with Ishiago. Instead of them to put Biafra flag, they put picture of family. Do you understand? They put picture of family. While others are putting something that represent them, they put picture of family with Ishiago, always to show that it is me that did it, or I am the person that did it, or the person that did it must represent himself or his family or his friend. It is just a very, very heartbroken thing. Now, if you go to Hausa, you see Hausa have this. Hausa have this. This is the Arewa sign. This is Arewa sign. But when it came to Igbo, they didn't put it. They have to put their picture, because if Nami Duam, it must be me. If it is not me, to hell with you. It is the mentality the Nigeria have forced into the average Biafra. And then you go to Fulani. You go to Fulani, you see they wear something. They put something that they cover their face. Fulani, they say, is 6%. When did Fulani become 6%? Fulani here, they say they are 6%. Ibibio put people dancing. Go to Tiv. They put their elders. Go to Kanuri, they put flag. So Kanuri even have flag. Kanuri, this is where Boko Haram come from. Kanuri even have a flag. You see, Bruno Empire. Kanuri have their own flag. They put flag. And then Ijo have their their status and all that. As you can see, then others don't have anything. So I just want you people to understand, what we're doing here and what you should know. Now let us go to Togo. If you go to Togo, you are going to see that Togo have 43.7% Christianity, 35.6% traditional faith, and only 14% Islam. 14% in Togo is Islam. Do you understand that? And they have Ndidibia. The Dibia in Togo is carrying second. They are carrying second in Togo. Dibias, as you can see. Togo, wherever I go more. Togo, wherever I go more. Look at it. Togo. Togo is where where Libya is located in Africa. They have 35.3% of traditional belief. And if you go there, it is better than Nigeria, of course. You don't need anybody to tell you. Now, I want you to let us go back. Let us go back. So you have actually found out that ECOWAS is made up of 15 countries in West Africa. And why are we talking about this ECOWAS? Why we are talking about this ECOWAS is that from the video you listened, they claim that ECOWAS prescribe a medication, and the medication to end the killings by Fulani is to give them money. What I'm here this evening that it is a plan. The ECOWAS for Nigeria government to give money to Fulani terrorists is a plan of 1989 Abuja Declaration. Now, I want you to understand that the ECOWAS office is in Abuja. That's one we have established. I don't think it is being disputed by anybody. As you can see, headquarters of ECOWAS is Abuja. Headquarters donate the location where most, if not all, of the important function of an organization are coordinated. In the United States, the corporate headquarters represent the entity at the center of the top of the corporation, taking full responsibility of order. So you have come to understand that the headquarters of ECOWAS is in Abuja. Now, we are going to how the Nigeria government, what the game and the politics they are playing with the ECOWAS. That's where we are going now. Here is where the exposition begins. I want you to understand that these people can never stop until they achieve, but unfortunately for them, we are here to stop them. Let us go and start with this particular news report, where they tell you about the ECOWAS court, right? Do you know about ECOWAS court? I want to show you the game they play. Now, if you look at the picture that is showing here, you'll find out that this is the ECOWAS, this is a Fulani herdsmen, the killers. Okay? These are the Fulani herdsmen, the killers. Now, I want you to look at this report. Herdsmen killing. ECOWAS court delivers judgment on Serap suit. This is a social economic whatever of Africa, whatever. So this Serap filed a suit against the killings of Nigeria indigenous people to the ECOWAS court. And this particular ECOWAS court is going to sit. I want you to understand one thing, that I have searched for the verdict of this court on this particular application. I have not seen it. But anyway, I have something very important to show you. The group wants the court to order the Nigerian government to investigate all cases of unlawful killing attributed to the headers and pay adequate money, compensation of 50 million to each of the dependents. I want to ask you, is it about paying money, compensation? What about the land that they have actually occupied after killing the people? Are they going to give the land back to the owners? The answer is no. The answer is no. Money have destroyed Nigeria. And that is what we are not going to do in Biafra. Everything is money. If you give 50 million to them, what about the land that the people have vacated? What about the land that the people ran away from and ran to IDP? Have you recovered the land back? Have you been able to compel the Nigerian government to provide security to the people that flee their land? The answer is no. Do you understand me? So ECOWAS court will only mandate Nigeria to investigate the killing and mandate Nigeria to compensate the people, but they are not going to mandate Nigeria to hand the land back to them. The land they fled from, where their people have been killed and butchered. Do you understand the point? So if they give you 50 million naira for somebody they have killed and killed your relative and you fled, have you gotten your land back? Where is your ancestral land? What are you going to do with 50 million? You think 50 million is money? No, it's not money. Because in the next 5 years or 10 years, if Nigeria continues to be a country, 50 million will be a chicken change. I am telling you. So you absolutely can do nothing with 50 million. Now, it didn't end here. Let us read. The ECOWAS Court of Justice, Abuja, the court is in Abuja, on Friday, fixed April 22 for judgment in the suit of Social Economic Right and Accountability Project, the SERAP, against the federal government for alleged failure to action concerning violence and criminality attributable to the herdsmen in the country. So they filed application to court. They sued the Nigerian government to court to pay compensation, and they did not include recovering the land that the Fulani are now occupying. Okay? It didn't end here. I want to now come again because I searched. They said April they are going to give that verdict. I didn't see it. I didn't see the verdict till now. But that does not mean that the verdict does not exist. I have a verdict that I'm going to show you. But let me show you one thing first. Let me show you one thing. This is another verdict from the ECOWAS court. Another verdict from the ECOWAS court. This some ECOWAS. So ECOWAS rule. ECOWAS court rule in favor of Agato over 2016 killings. Now, the rule, let us look at what they rule over Agato people. The Economic Community of West African State ECOWAS Court of Justice has ordered the Nigeria government to investigate. You can imagine. So, the court have to order the Nigeria to investigate the 2016 mass killing and destruction of property in Agato community of Benue State. The federal government was also mandated to identify and prosecute the perpetrator as well as resettle the victims. You see, they say resettle the victims. Resettle the victims. The question now is that, have the victim been resettled? Have the victim of Agato been resettled? You see, this exposition is going to run for days. They say the ECOWAS court mandated Nigeria to resettle them. Resettling means that you take them back to the land of Agato. Have that happened? The answer is no. They say delivering the judgment in a suit brought by the Catholic priest, Reverend Father Solomon Mfa, and 11 others, a 3-member panel of the court found the government in violation of its obligation to protect the human right of the Agato community and prevent its violation. I want you people to understand the suit number, this Mfa Reverend Joseph Doga and co, and the movement against Fulani occupation had sued the President of Nigeria, the Inspector General of Police, the Chief of Army Staff, and the Minister of Internal Affairs, alleging the violation of the fundamental human right. The applicant claimed that within the last 3 years, Fulani herdsmen have carried out over 50 major attacks on Benue communities. The most prominent of them taking place in 15 out of 23 councils. The President, Justice Edward Asante, presided over the proceeding, while the judgment read by Justice Dupe Toki ordered the government to provide adequate security by deploying more security personnel to the area to protect the community and prevent further occurrence of that mayhem. The question now is, all this ordering from a ceremonial ECOWAS court, Has it yielded any result? Have you seen Nigeria ordering the security to protect the people of Benue State? The answer is no. In 2022, it has compelled Governor Otto to come and, create their own security outfit, because all this pronouncement from the African ECOWAS court or whatever is just rubbish. Okay? Now, this is not the reason I am here. I have come to do one of the biggest exposition today from this same ECOWAS court. Now, I happen to delve into one of the ECOWAS judgment. And you are going to be shocked what I'm going to reveal to you today. So let us go to that journey of revealing what you don't know. Now, bringing to you one of the verdict of the ECOWAS court. And we are going to make it large, of course. ECOWAS court. The Economic Community, the Community Court of Justice of the Economic Community of West African State, ECOWAS, in the matter of Lawrence H. Jotan and 13 others versus Federal Government of Nigeria. Applicant number this, 2021. Judgment, Ivory Coast. October 2021. Judgment number this, Lawrence, Richard, Mungawa, Tony, Mabuti, Simon, Edan, applicant, and all that. I want you all to follow me as I take you to this journey. I want you all to follow me. Respondent, composition of the court, Honorable Justice Berry B. Otara, presiding. Don't need to go into that. Assisted by this, I want to read very, very important part of this judgment. Very important. The judgment. The judgment. This is the judgment of the court. Description of parties. The applicant are community citizens that reside in of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The respondent is the Federal Government of Nigeria, a member state of ECOWAS. The application was filed pursuant to Article 33 of the Rules of the Community Court of Justice, Article 4G of the Revised Treaty of the Economic Community of West African State, ECOWAS, and Article 9.4 of the Supplementary Protocol, this and that of the Community Court of Justice, claiming violation of right. The applicant claimed that the respondent has caused or failed to act or reneged on its obligation by allowing or failing to prevent certain violation of right. I want you people to know what you don't know today. Now let us see how the court proceeded. The applicant filed an initiating application on the 14th of March 2019 in the registry of the court. A motion on notice was filed by the respondent on the 24th April 2019, which is by Nigeria State, praying the court for an extension of time within which to file their defense. Nigeria is always looking for time to file for defense. They always look for time. They always ask for additional time. The statement of fact was filed by the respondent, which is Nigeria, on the 24th of April 2019 in the registry of the court. The applicant replied the respondent's statement of the fact was filed on the 6th of June 2019 in the registry of the court. The court adjourned for judgment. Always adjourn and adjourn and adjourn. Applicant's case Summary of fact. I want to follow. The claim before the court was filed by 14 applicants as victims, and on behalf of the people of Dong, Lauru, Shaforon, Kadomati, Nzorwe, Palum. This sounds like Plateau State, Adamawa State, okay, of this local government of Adamawa State, in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and is premised on the alleged attack in the aforementioned geographic area perpetrated by Fulani herdsmen and the Nigeria forces. Are you people hearing it? Fulani herdsmen and the Nigeria forces in conjunction. That is why we are going to give them in Biafra land. Water. The thing they did to these places, disorganize them, destabilize them, put them into IDP is what they want to do in Biafra land. And we are picking up arms to defend ourselves against the Fulanis and against the Nigeria army and against the Nigeria police, against every Nigeria agent. We can never go to court, to ECOWAS court. We can never allow our people to be killed, and then after that we go to ECOWAS court to listen to this nonsense. We are learning from what happened to other people, and we are applying caution. That is why those people fighting and shouting for election, and look at them and I laugh. Biafra people, we have picking up arms and ammunition to make sure our people don't experience what other parts of Nigeria have experienced, and at the end of the day, they will go to ECOWAS court to sue Nigeria army and the Fulani herdsmen. At the end of the day, nothing happens. We don't do that nonsense. And we are not even fighting to protect our life alone. We are fighting to exit Nigeria by 2023. And that is completely a different case. So mark it here that this particular suit was against herdsmen and Nigeria forces. Nigeria forces comprises of army, police, navy, air force, and all of them. I am telling you the fact. So we have established the fact that the Nigeria forces and Fulani are collaborating, and it is now a confirmation in African court, in ECOWAS court. The claim contained allegation of brutal killings, serious injury, and destruction of property, all reported happened on the 4th December 2007 by the Fulani army and the Nigeria security agencies and the terrorists in herdsmen. The applicant stated that they are occasional farmers and fishermen working and dwelling on their land in the respondent state, who had suffered from violation arising from clashes with Fulani herdsmen who had settled on their land. That these clashes had resulted in the death of some members of the applicant community, injury and destruction of property. 12. The claim of the applicant is that during the course of the inhabiting their community, the number of Fulani herdsmen swelled following clashes from neighboring states in West Africa, which led to a village near Bolon in the Damsa local government of Adamawa State being overrun with Fulani herdsmen. It is the belief of the applicant that the influence was in readiness of an attack. Are you people listening? The applicant further claimed that the Nigeria police force reacted by maintaining 300 mobile policemen in the area, but that this did not stop the Fulani herdsmen from allegedly killing 6 policemen and 1 civilian near Bolon, that after the killing the policemen and the army personnel who had been deployed withdraw from the area, that the army and police withdraw. They withdraw from the area. They ran away.